In this video, we will primarily give an overview of the context you need to know when beginning stage 1 of the course. In today's lesson, we will be exploring a background to the Roman Empire, Roman Italy, the characters of Caecilius and Metella, and the layout of a Roman home. The Roman Empire was a vast political entity, holding territory in 3 continents and containing approximately 44% of the global population. The empire itself was founded by Julius Caesar, though not an emperor himself, the first emperor being Augustus, who began the process of autocratic rule. At this point in our story, Rome is ruled by the Emperor Titus. He was brutal, but extremely popular in his time, being the man who ordered the building of the Colosseum. Caecilius lived in the Roman province of Italy in Campania. The region by this point had become mostly Romanized, with its entire population holding citizenship after the Social War. Many important public figures, such as senators, hailed from this part of the empire. However, Italy still had traces of other peoples that lived there, such as Etruscans and particularly in Campania, the Samnites. Pompeii, where Caecilius lives, is situated in the Bay of Naples, under the shadow of the imposing Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD. The town of Pompeii is one bustling with life, containing its own amphitheatre, theatre, and bathhouses. Pompeii's coastal position means it is a key port in sea trade routes within the Mediterranean, and is therefore very rich and well connected. Caecilius was very much part of this business and booming trade. He was a wealthy banker in the town, with investments ranging from livestock to a dyeing business to a laundrette on top of his money-lending role. Lucius was his actual first name, with Caecilius being his family name. In this time, family heraldry was very important, and who your ancestors were could restrict or allow you access to certain jobs and privileges. Caecilius' wife Metella also plays a different but equally important role. In this period in history, a woman's primary roles were to be childbearers and homemakers. Metella was responsible for organizing a large household of many different slaves and raising the future heirs to the estate. Women did have some form of freedom, being able to go out shopping and even set up their own businesses, though this was rare. However, women were vastly restricted in what they could be at the time. Caecilius lived in a typical Roman home, as shown here. Houses were split into an entrance hall and living room at the front, with a summer dining room and slave quarters at the back. These were divided by a garden in the middle of the home. As was typical of houses of the time, they came right up to the pavement, as there was no need for a driveway, and contained small windows, which you might think made the house dark and dingy, but served to regulate the temperature in a world before efficient air conditioning, though underfloor heating was available. The house is opened onto by a large double door. This led to the main living room, known as an atrium. This room was decorated in bright and vibrant murals, usually depicting scenes of mythology. A corner of the room contained a table with effigies of the household gods, known as a lararium. This aspect of personal worship to selected gods was very important to the average Roman. This room was followed by an impluvium, which was open to the sky and contained a bowl that collected rainwater. The next part of the house contained a garden and a type of office known as a tablinium, where business was conducted. There was also a very well-organized garden called a hortus. This usually contained precisely cut bushes and a fountain. In a typical Roman home, the concept of the nuclear family, i.e. mother, father, sons, didn't exist in the same way as today. A troop of slaves that in most richer households outnumbered the family members restricted any notions of privacy and were vital in the day-to-day running of a household.